news report. We have a full show for today, so let's get started.
Hi, I'm Alexander. We begin our show with breaking news from the kindergarten gym class. After months and months of wondering what happened to all those missing soccer balls, it seems the mystery has been solved.
The fourth grade kids have been claiming for some time that every day they would take out their soccer balls at recess, and day after day those balls would go missing. Children were getting grounded by their parents for losing their soccer balls. Many children even reportedly went without dessert for days.
Yes, it's true. The mystery has been solved. The kindergarten playground is separated from the kids. After weeks of having to play interrupted by flying soccer balls from the big kids, the kindergarten kids had enough. The missing soccer balls were found in a rarely used closet in the school's basement. It seems the little kids were fed up, and every time a big kid would kick their ball into the kindergarten yard, the little kids would take it down to the closet in the school's basement. When Mr. Joe and Mr. Ron, the custodians went down there last night to receive some new desks and chairs, they were knocked over by an avalanche of soccer balls. There's no telling how many balls were down there. Miss Dumont, the principal, is still counting them as we speak. Elle, back to you.
Wow, this is great news for all those kids that lost their soccer balls. Jeremy, have you spoken to the kindergarten kids? Do they have any comments?
I sure did, and they released a statement. All of us from Miss Henderson and Miss Spaghetti's class were sick and tired of having our recess interrupted by those big kids. Our games were constantly being knocked down by the flying soccer balls, and we had to take matters in our own hands. We warned you this would happen. We did what we had to do. And if you want your frisbees back, you'll stop flinging those into our yard too. Wow, those little kids mean business. And now we'll learn about the weather report with our weather reporter, Sienna.
It's going to be sunny for most of the day today. It might rain at recess, so students should start thinking about their indoor recess activity. If you have homework tonight and your teachers allow, it's a good idea to do it during indoor recess, but it will be a beautiful evening. It's a perfect night for asking your parents to take you out for ice cream. Elle, back to you.
Thank you, Sienna. Speaking of recess, let's go to our recess reporter, Bailey. What are kids up to at recess these days?
Well, Elle and Alexander, I spent the recess outside today. There are many different activities going on all at the same time. The younger kids seem to enjoy running around and screaming. The second and third graders enjoy soccer, tag, and skipping. The older kids play football, talk with their friends, and try to cram some of the last-minute studying for the PSSA tests.
Sounds like a nice time at recess today. Were there any incidents today?
Well, there was one incident today. Little Susie in first grade was heartbroken when her jacket walked away. Little Susie took her jacket off and laid it on the ground. She thought she was laying it on a rock. It turns out it was a turtle. At some point, when no one was paying attention, that turtle who was wearing Susie's jacket walked away. Susie was very upset, but the emergency came to a quick end. When she looked just a bit to her left, she spotted the jacket moving along. The turtle was returned to Mrs. Luzadio's fourth class, and Susie had her jacket back, so it was a happy ending. Alexander, back to you.
Well, that's good news for Susie and Ben the turtle. Thank you for that report, Bailey. And now, to our special guest, we have an interview with this famous bubblegum bubble blower, Trent. Welcome to the show, Trent.
Joining us today live on set, a special guest.
Thanks, it's great to be here.
And I see you're not chewing gum right now.
That's right, I only chew gum 1 hour prior to competitions.
And I hear you have a big one coming up this weekend.
That's right, I'm defending my title as the #1 bubble blower in Bethel Park.
You must be very nervous. You've won this competition 3 years in a row.
I'm a bit nervous. There's a lot of great competition out there.
Our school is having its very own competition this afternoon, and I hear you'll be judging the bubbles.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. I hear our school has some great bubble blowers.
Well, we will find out this afternoon, Trent, won't we? Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
And now we go to our reporter who is live on location at the bubble blowing competition.
Hi, Elle. I'm here on the playground at the bubble competition. And let me tell you, there are some very talented bubble blowers out there.
Can you tell our listeners about the grand prize this year?
It's a year's supply of super duper great bubble gum.
Wow, what a great prize!
It sure is. I'm told that Kevin in first grade is on the lookout for. Apparently this kid can blow a bubble that's bigger than his head.
Well, Justice, it's a great day for competition. We'll be right back with the lunch report after this commercial break.
Did your crazy kid get gum stuck in his hair after the bubble blowing competition?
Have you tried everything and nothing worked? Well, come on down to our barber shop and I'll take care of your kid's sticky mess.
For just 99 cents, I'll cut the gum out of your kid's hair and give them a lollipop.
Right now, we're running a buy one get one free special for those of you with more than one kid with gum in their hair.
So come on down to our barber shop for just 99 cents haircut today.
And we're back. It's time for the lunch report with Ian. Over to you.
Thank you. I'm sitting here with Layla, who is shocked and devastated. Layla, you ordered a pizza for lunch today, and you were disappointed. Can you tell our listeners why?
Yes, I ordered a Big Daddy cheese pizza, and there was a piece of pepperoni on it. I'm stunned.
I'm shocked. What on earth did you do?
I peeled it off and put it on my plate.
Could you still eat the pizza?
Well, yes, I ate it, but I wasn't happy.
Will you ever be able to eat a Big Daddy pizza again?
I will, Ian. I will.
Well, there you have it, listeners. Hopefully we can all learn from this, and in the future, if there's a pepperoni on your cheese pizza, we'll do what this brave person did and peel it off.
Thank you, Ian. A good lesson for us all. And now we go to the library report with Annalise.
I'm here with our librarian assistant, Vanessa. Hello, Vanessa. How are you? Vanessa. Oh, hello there. I was just reading. I'm a librarian, you know. Yes, I know. I'm here to talk to you about the new books in the library that Miss Ivanusik ordered. Oh, yes, we have wonderful new books in the library. Books about sports, books about dolls, and books about adventures in outer space. Wow, so many great things to read. Oh yes, we have over 50 new books in the library. Books about sports, books about dolls, books about... Yes, you mentioned that. What are the most popular books in the library right now? Well, that would be our bubble gum books and... Wait. It seems that everyone wants to blow a big bubble with their bubble gum. Oh yes, the bubble gum blowing competition, a big event at our school. Yes, and every kids want to win the grand prize. Well, thank you for letting us visit you today. You're welcome. Be sure to come by the library and check out our new books from the library. Books about sports, books about dolls, books about... Yes, you mentioned that. Thank you, Vanessa. Back to you, Elle.
Thank you, Annalise. There's certainly a lot happening at our school. Now it's time for the weekly sports report. Tanner and Rihanna are here with the big news of that kickball game this afternoon.
Hello, sports fans. I'm here with Tanner. We're coming to you live from the kickball field. It was a great stage for some kickball, isn't it, Tanner?
It sure is. The red team is looking good this year. It looks like they've recruited some new players. And that one big kid has new shoes, which seems to be making a real difference in his case.
Yes, indeed. And did you notice that little girl from 4th grade in Mrs. Gallagher's class? She sure has a powerful kick. She kicked the ball so hard it landed on the school's roof.
I was speaking with her earlier, and she said that the secret to her success is ballet lessons. She said her dance classes have really helped her on the kickball field.
Well, right now the red team is in the lead. The blue team just seems to be struggling all season long. And judging by that boy sitting out there on the field reading the book, I say they certainly have some work to do. Doesn't he realize he's a pitcher?
I don't think so, Rayon. He just pulled out his sandwich and his iPad. I think the season will be in real trouble for the blue team this year.
Well, it looks like it'll be another win for the red team. Back to you, Alexander.
Thank you, Rayon and Tanner. And now let's see what's cooking with Samara.
Hello all you fellow chefs out there. Today we're making a jam sandwich. First you'll need some jam. Next get yourself some fresh bread. Spread the jam on the bread, and if you're allowed, cut the sandwich in half. Grab yourself a glass of milk and you have a great lunch or snack. Bon appetit!
Wow, that sounds delicious. Thank you, Samara.
And now we go to our art reporter, Messiah. Messiah, over to you.
Thank you, Alexander. I'm here in the art room with the famous artist, Lachlan. Lachlan has been working very hard on a new sculpture with Mrs. Johnson. What can you tell us about your latest project? You tell me. What do you see when you look at my magnificent art sculpture? Well, it's very lumpy. Is it a piece of chewed up bubble gum? It certainly is not. Try again. Okay. Is it a pile of Play-Doh left out on the counter? It is not Play-Doh. I'm a world famous artist. How dare you say my work looks like a lump of Play-Doh? Oh, I'm really sorry. I just thought it looked like a bowl of mashed potatoes. Don't you see? Mashed potatoes. Oh, of course, mashed potatoes. I can't believe I got that wrong. Well, that's all the time we have right now. Thank you for this interview, Lachlan. You are a very talented artist. Yes, I am.
And now we get to the weekly Lost and Found report. Phil Patier, you're a recess detective. What items were you able to locate this week?
Well, Elle, it was a busy week in my office. Kids seem to be losing more items every day. One child lost one shoe. He said he was having so much fun running around screaming at recess that he didn't notice his shoe had fallen off. Another little girl lost the head of her doll. We're investigating that case as we speak.
Were you able to find the missing shoe?
We were. As always, we conducted a thorough investigation, and sure enough, we tracked down the shoe.
And can you tell our listeners where you found it?
It was in his sister's backpack. It turns out this was not a case of a lost shoe at all. The boy's younger sister had actually stolen the shoe.
Wow, did you find why the sister stole the shoe?
She said she took it because her brother ate the last fish stick last night at dinner, and she really wanted it.
A fascinating case once again. Thank you for being an excellent detective. Let this be a reminder to all our listeners out there to always offer to share the last fish stick. Well, that's all the time we have for this week's news. Join us again for another edition of the School News Report. Thanks for listening.
The School News Report was sponsored by the Delightful Donut Shop. If you like donuts, you need to visit their shop because every Friday they release a new donut flavor. Come on down and get your new donut flavor.